Hello everyone! Today I'm going to tell you a heartwarming Japanese folktale called The Crane's Gratitude. It's a story of kindness, gratitude, and the sacrifices we make for those we love. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor but kind-hearted man. One cold winter's day, while walking through the snow-covered fields, he saw a crane struggling in a hunter's trap. The beautiful bird was caught and unable to free itself. Feeling compassion for the crane, the man approached the trap and carefully freed the bird. The crane looked up at the man with its gentle eyes, as if to say thank you, and then flew gracefully into the sky, disappearing into the distance. The man smiled, feeling good about having helped the helpless creature, and continued on his way home. That night, as the snow fell heavily outside, there was a knock at the man's door. When he opened it, he found a beautiful young woman standing in the snow. She was dressed in a simple but elegant kimono and asked for shelter from the cold. The man, though poor, welcomed her and without hesitation. The young woman stayed with the man, and over time they grew fond of each other. Eventually, they married, and the man's lonely life was filled with happiness. Despite his poverty, the woman brought warmth and joy into his home. One day, the woman told her husband that she wanted to help improve their difficult financial situation. She said she would weave cloth for him to sell at the market. However, she had one condition: he must never look into the room while she was weaving. The man agreed, and the woman began to weave behind closed doors. She worked tirelessly, and when she finally emerged, she brought with her the most beautiful piece of cloth the man had ever seen. The fabric was soft and shimmering, like nothing he had ever seen before. The man took the cloth to the market, and it sold for a high price. With the money, they were able to live comfortably for a time. However, as time passed, the man grew curious about how his wife was able to create such exquisite fabric. Despite his promise, the man's curiosity got the better of him. One day, while his wife was weaving, he quietly opened the door and peeked inside. He was shocked. He saw not his wife at the loom, but the crane he had saved earlier. The crane was pulling out its own feathers and weaving them into the beautiful cloth. Realizing he had broken his promise, the man closed the door, guilt-ridden. When his wife emerged, she knew immediately what he had done. With sadness in her eyes, she revealed the truth. "I am the crane you saved that day. I wanted to repay your kindness, so I took the form of a woman to be with you. But now that you've seen my true form, I can no longer stay." The man was devastated and begged her to stay, but the crane woman smiled gently and shook her head. She thanked him for the time they had shared and for his kindness, but she had to leave. With that, she transformed back into a crane, spread her wings, and flew away into the cold winter sky. The man watched her disappear into the distance, his heart heavy with sorrow. He never saw her again, but he never forgot the love and sacrifice she had shown him. And that is the story of the crane's gratitude, a tale that reminds us of the power of kindness and the consequences of breaking trust. Though the man's curiosity cost him dearly, the love and warmth he shared with the crane was a gift he would always cherish. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more folk tales from Japan. See you next time.